Okay, hello dear students, hello dear professors. In this presentation, we want to talk about faults. In the previous presentation, we discussed about faults, and in this presentation, we want to talk about another structure that call it faults. Okay. I'm Hamid Ruafsa from University of Gulistan. Okay, let's go. Faults. Start from jargon. Start from special vocabulary about faults. Geometric aspect of the faults. Okay. What is a special vocabulary we are using in the faults? So, first of all, there is some aspect, there is some parameter, there is some factors. This is a physical factor. For example, wavelength is the things you completely understand in the physics. Yeah, wavelength and amplitude. Yeah, wavelength is length that a force have, and amplitude is attitude, is amount of the bigness of the force, amplitude. Okay, and start from a hinge line. What is a hinge line? You can see concept of the hinge line here. Okay, how we detect hinge line? According to the definition, hinge line is where the direction of the slope changed, which you can see in here. A slope go up, then a slope go down. Okay, this is a hinge line that detects, that determine whose aspect of this faults. Okay, this is hinge line. With connection between hinge line, we have an axial surface. Axial surface for faults. This is a axial surface, and with contact of the axial surface with any layer, we have a hinge point. Hinge point, axial surface, and hinge line. Okay. This is a definition of a special vocabulary used in any faults. Okay. Oh my God, I don't know what is. Okay. What about inflection point? You can see here we have a line. This is an inflection point. In inflection point, you can see another time. Fault divided in two parts, and in this point another time a slope is changed. Interline angle, you can see concept here. Sometimes instead of hinge line we have a hinge zone. What is differences? Hinge line, you can see, have a linear structure, but sometimes we have a zone, we have a wider aspect, we have a more bigger area for a changing of the direction, and this is a hinge zone. Okay, hinge fold axis, however, is the definition you can see here. Okay, this is a geometric aspect of the fold. You can see you can see better Persian description of this jargon, this special vocabulary in book of the Payam Nur, structural geology in the Payam Nur have described it in Persian, all of this jargon, special vocabulary of faults. Okay, what about fault classification based on the interlink? Any fault we can classify them in different aspects. Type of the faults is very wider than the faults. Depend on your view about hinge zone, depend on your interlimb angle, depend on your position, imaginary position, space position. However, yeah, they have a different classification. So for example, we start from classification based on interlimb angle. What is interlimb angle? Okay, you can see interlimb angle. Okay, this is a interlimb angle. This is a interlimb angle. Start from a gentle folds, have a very low amount of buckling, low amount of curve, and this is a gentle, something about 180 to 120. If this is a degree of the gentle folds interlimb angle. What about open folds? In the open fold, you can see another pressure increasing. You can see we have a higher rate of the pressure, and interlimb angle decreases from the 120 to 70. Okay, this is a open type of the folds, and you can see force and pressure is increasing. In the tight folds, the interlimb angle is between 70 to 30, tight type of the folds. Finally, in the isoclinal type of the folds, we have something about 30 to 0. We have an interlimb angle. Okay, this is a 4 type of fold based on interlimb angle. However, you can classify any fold from one category of this classification. Okay. Another classification of fold based on orientation of hinge line and the axial surface. This is a classification based on Pelotti 1964. Pelotti created this classification. Okay, what is differences? You can see here, fold in here is upright, but gradually when we going down, this upright fold gradually have an angle until in the lowest point we have this kind of a sleepy fold. Okay, so big differences. Phalange of the line, phalange of hinge line. Okay, you can see in the upright hinge of the hinge line is completely horizontal, but gradually in final stage hinge line is completely vertical. And what is classification here? If this hinge line degree is about 10 is horizontal, if be a 10 to 30 is a gently plunging. It's very common in the nature. 10 to 30 is gently plunging, 30 to 60 is moderately plunging, and finally between 60 to 80 is a sleepy plunging. However, finally we have a vertical kind of folding. Okay. And what about dip of axial surface? Axial surface can change also. You can see here axial change is completely vertical, and gradually it's changed to a horizontal. Is upright and finally horizontal inclined and recumbent. You can see however deeper classification here. Many times we have a combination of this definition. Phalange of hinge line is curved, and dip of the axial is curved too. For example, in this position you can see in the three-dimensional space fault is inclined. Okay, this is classification of faults based on orientation of hinge line and axial surface. This kind of classification is very common in master and PhD. However, thesis about classification of faults, I however recommend severely recommended this classification in your thesis. Okay, and basic fault shape you can see here in this pictures. Basic fault shape. Okay, you can see, for example, it is a monocline fault. What is monocline fault? Okay, maybe you have maybe something in your brain, in your imagination. Faults should have a two limb to have a fault. No, this is right. Just any surface is a tilted, is a uncompletely horizontal. Yeah, this is a fault. Any unhorizontal surface can be considered as a monocline fault. Okay, this is a first type of faults. Okay, in the next stage, B and C, stratigraphy is unknown. In B and C, we don't know which layer is newer, which layer is older. We just judge and we just determine by a features shape. Okay, you look at a shape. If we have this shape, this is a shape of a synform. This is a shape of a synform, and if have this shape, this is a shape of an antiform. Okay, just based on shape. Okay, synform, antiform. And what about D and E? Okay, in this type we have a stratigraphy age, and we know which layer is older and which layer is younger. Okay, in this layer, younger layer is here, is up, and older layer is down. Okay, younger layer and older layer. Okay, this is a syncline. In the syncline, yeah, younger layer in the center of the fault. Okay, this is a syncline. What about anticline? In the anticline, you can see younger layer is the outer wall. It's the outer part of the fault. We have a younger layer. This is a anticline. Definition of syncline and anticline is very important. But in the nature, sometimes we have a unusual condition. Sometimes syncline and anticline are transformed to other condition. Okay, so you can see here in this in this part, maybe you soonly judge, hey, this is a syncline, but no, this is not syncline. This is formation of a layer is determined. This is a syncline or anticline. Okay, the shape maybe in the first view you can see this is a syncline, but this is not true. This is a synformal anticline. Okay, shape is a synformal, but in fact this is a anticline. Okay, and finally in the G type you can see a antiform syncline. Layers. Okay, layer is upward, older and younger layer in the center. Okay, so this is in fact syncline, younger layer in the center. You can see here the younger layer in the center, and this is a syncline, antiformal syncline. This is the name of this kind of faults. Okay, this is a basic fault shape. You should understand, and you should know what is difference between this type. So I guess first items is not very complicated, but about F and G you should be careful. This type of structure is a little confusion, however it's a little complicated. You should be careful about use of them. In the nature, however, in GOM we have this kind of structure. And what about principal type of the fault? Superposition. What is superposition? In superposition, two faults combined with together. Two faults combined together. For example, in type 0, we have this fault. If this fault another time folding in previous type of system of pressure, yeah, we have a tighter faults. Okay, this is differences. We have a fault another time, we have in the same direction, we have another pressure, we have a tighter faults. Okay, super easy, super simple. What about type 1? It's going to be a little complicated. This is for example in S direction. If an S direction folding have a pressure in east and W direction, what's the structure? Oh my god, this structure created. Okay, this structure created I don't know why this was a special vocabulary created here. I know it has an egg. Okay. However, type 2 and type 3 you can see same thing. We have this kind of fault. At first. If direction change to this, we have this kind of complicated faults. Another type 3, if we have this kind of fault, we have in this direction fault, however, have a second stage. Finally we have this. Oh my god, sorry, I have a deep trouble with my mouse not working properly. I don't know why. Hope to in recording this problem solve with next presentation. It's a bad problem. Okay, so yeah, this is a principal type of fault, superposition. In superposition, how look this structure in the surface is very important. How this structure look in the surface of the land is very important. Any of this structure, type 0, type 1, type 2, type 3, have a special shape on the surface. Okay, a special trace. A special trace on the surface. Understanding of this trace on the surface help us to understand what stage happen in all folding stage in our region. Okay, thank you so much. This is our references. Yeah, I know in the previous presentation about faults or references have a spelling problem. We however correct it. My references was Structural Geology of Posen. I guess this is a very good book, and you should, as a structural geology, maneuver on this book as you can. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for your listening. Hope to have a great day. Bye for now.